From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. On the return, here comes Tank Dell. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Launches one deep downfield. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Straight ahead with Williams. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throw on 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. And the Broncos are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Caught near the goal line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Going power with a big tight end. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness, and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
It's 2nd and goal. Williams. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Dell now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw complete to Williams. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. He's going to push one deep down the right. Big game downfield. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now he'll throw off the play fake. This is caught inside the 15. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Running right, it's Williams. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to throw now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's a throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Joshua Carty out for the Rams field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Slides kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Able to get it to Franklin. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Nix from the gun. And that is how our first quarter will end, as that pass falls incomplete. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. Nix off the play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Another run for Williams. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
From the 19. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Cooper caught the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. He'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
By a man, and now he's in the clear. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 from the 41. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect to a Tank Dell. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And a fair catch made here at the 17. No return on that punt. And the Broncos are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Williams now on 1st and 10. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's taken down at the 35.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He lets one fly deep downfield. This is brought in at the 15. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Williams is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Dell now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Cameron Curl has it. And the Rams get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Complete to Dell. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. To the air now on 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot here. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it deep downfield. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field.
Well, that window was open downfield, but this league is so fast. And these defenders, well, they closed the gap before that throw could arrive.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Running back sent in motion. Second and 10 now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Broncos get it back after making their third first-half interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
We had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play. Jarred loose, incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Tre'Davious White. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Brings up second and 20 at the 28-yard line.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Handoff for Williams, running left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
He's
16 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Williams on the carry. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Nix to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again following the sack. Connects on the crosser. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The throw right side finds Pittman. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and goal. Here's Williams. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Williams. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos push their lead to 18. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Dell now to return it. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pass play now. And they pick him off again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos take possession of the football.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for...
And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Dell now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw complete to Williams. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Driving forward, but won't get beyond the line. Great Greenlaw getting there for the stop. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41. They'll try and throw it here. He's on the move. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. His pass caught by Nakua. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nakua. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Here he is to throw on 2nd down. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. He's got it near the 10. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Rams football, and they're probably ready to just get this final quarter over with. Still lined up at the 6. Here's second and goal. They try again with Williams. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Buckle up, it's third and goal.
Let's go.
They kick the running back in motion. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Throwing now from the gun. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams putting up points in a game decided. Tank Dell the touchdown. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. And he pulls it. It's no good. Kick goes too far to the left. Point after left on the table. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. A run with Williams. Jukes one defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to him. He breaks the tackle, and he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3. They'll run. This is Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Now Nick's on third down. Andrews with the catch. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Going left side, Williams with it. He still has room inside the 30. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos put up even more points in a win. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. A 5th rushing score for him as he moves one away from the NFL record. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos continue piling onto this lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Dell now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this league.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the Rams' 30-yard line.
Now it's Williams. Look at that work, turning those legs, driving across the 15. All the way, touchdown, Denver! The Broncos continue piling it on here in the 4th. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. The 6th time he's run it in this game, and that ties the NFL record. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 13. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Getting right back to it after that interception. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Now the Rams will use the 1st of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Completed over the middle. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Looking for a throw here. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust. And trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 4th and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The Rams are set to punt. And he doesn't put much height or distance on this one. Looking to return from the 29. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Found some space, ended up with 18 on that return. And the Broncos get set to take over. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the Broncos. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory.